technology, a new kind of Black Hawk. Experts who have actually seen these photos say the helicopter's tail assembly is different from known helicopter types, and they say that could include some kind of new radar avoidance capability. We're going to have much more on this later in the program, and what Pakistan may be doing with those helicopter parts and that new information. There are also a number of other pictures that Reuters actually got from this same Pakistani official that we believe are just too graphic to show you on television. They show two men lying dead in large pools of blood. Presumably, they are the other men who were killed that day in addition to bin Laden, although their identities have not been confirmed. I'm sure you'll be able to see the pictures elsewhere if you want. We just don't think it's appropriate to show it on television at this time. See, the pictures, of course, that CNN haven't seen, that very few people in the world have seen, are the pictures of Osama bin Laden's dead body. Today, President Obama deciding those photos will not be released. In an interview that's going to air on Sunday on CBS's 60 Minutes, Steve Kroft asked the president about his decision. Listen.
Did you see the pictures? Yes. What was your reaction when you saw them? It was him. Why haven't you released them? You know, we discussed this internally. Keep in mind that we are absolutely certain this was him. We've done DNA sampling and testing, and so there's no doubt that we killed Osama bin Laden. It is important for us to make sure that very graphic photos of somebody who was shot in the head are not floating around as an incitement to additional violence, as a propaganda tool. You know, that's not who we are.
Well, there are lawmakers who say the president made the wrong decision, and the CNN poll released yesterday shows 56% of those surveyed said the photos should be made public. We also have more breaking news tonight in that vein. Some lawmakers tonight are having to backtrack on what they have said about the photos and could have been duped by some of the fake pictures that are making the rounds online. The official photos were not shown in any of the congressional briefings over the past few days, but some lawmakers have been saying they saw photos. Today, several senators admitted that the photos they saw were unofficial, passed around on electronic devices. For all the fake photos and photos that will stay classified, the fact remains the White House says there is absolute certainty that bin Laden is dead. And new details today about his death continue to come in by the hour. Here's what we know right now. New details about the final moments of Osama bin Laden's life. A U.S. official telling CNN bin Laden was, quote, moving at the time he was shot. One U.S. senator who was briefed on the operation said he may have been reaching for a weapon.
There were arms directly near the door, and my understanding is he was right there and going to get those arms. So, you know, you really can't take a chance.
After bin Laden was killed, the SEAL team went about positively identifying him. One of bin Laden's key physical features was his height, but according to ABC News, the SEALs didn't have a tape measure, so one of them laid down next to bin Laden for a comparison. Also new, the moments before his death are now under some dispute. Pakistani officials say bin Laden's daughter, believed to be 12 or 13 years old, says she saw her father killed right in front of her. According to the Arab news network Al Arabiya, the daughter also said he was taken alive on the ground floor of the compound in the first few minutes of the raid. She says he was then shot and killed in front of family members, his body dragged by U.S. Special Forces to their helicopter. That account differs completely from the one the White House gave yesterday. They say bin Laden was shot on the third floor during the last part of the nearly 40-minute raid, after U.S. troops methodically cleared the building room by room. A U.S. official told CNN that bin Laden did not, quote, hold his hands up and surrender.
He resisted the U.S. personnel on the ground, handled themselves with the utmost professionalism, and he was killed in an operation because of the resistance that they met.
Questions today over those final moments went unanswered.
I don't have any more information. I'm not going to discuss beyond what I said already the operational details.
Some things, as you acknowledged yesterday, have changed as the information came in. Is the fact of a firefight solid?
You heard the account that I read yesterday, and That is information that I provided, and I'm just simply saying I'm not going further than that.
New evidence revealed today also suggests bin Laden was ready to flee his Pakistani compound at a moment's notice. Sources tell CNN bin Laden had 500 euros, equivalent to about $745, and 2 phone numbers sewn into his clothing. But there was no time for bin Laden to flee, and according to CIA Director Leon Panetta on PBS, no time for last words either before he was killed.
To be frank, I don't think he had a lot of time to say anything. It was a firefight going up that compound, and by the time they got to the 3rd floor and found bin Laden, I think this was all split-second action on the part of the SEALs.
About 24 family members and residents of the compound were left behind after Monday's raid, including a woman believed to be one of bin Laden's wives, a 29-year-old Yemeni who rushed at U.S. troops before being shot in the leg. This video from Pakistan's GeoTV shows what it says is a passport of a Yemeni woman found in the debris of the house, but CNN cannot confirm it was his wife. New information, too, about items taken from the compound. In addition to the computers and hard drives, officials say the SEAL team also collected about 5 cell phones and around 5 guns, including pistols and an AK-47. It's also claimed the SEALs found, quote, lots of paper documents and audiovisual equipment as well. A fiber optic cable that would allow access to the internet was also found, according to the Washington Times, possibly suggesting bin Laden continued to provide some sort of strategic direction to al-Qaeda while he remains sequestered in his compound. According to CBS News, much of the material recovered is encrypted and could take some time to decipher. Everything is stored at the FBI lab in Quantico, Virginia. The White House today decided not to release photos of bin Laden's dead body, citing a security risk because of the graphic nature of the photos. A senior U.S. official told CNN the photos show a massive open head wound over both of bin Laden's eyes. President Obama told CBS News' 60 Minutes that he didn't want to, quote, trot out this stuff as trophies.
There is no doubt that bin Laden is dead. Certainly, there is no doubt among al-Qaeda members that he is dead. And so we don't think that a photograph in and of itself is going to make any difference.
There's certainly no doubt the world's most wanted terrorist is dead, but questions remain over how he died and how he was able to escape detection for so long while hiding in plain sight. It is amazing. Joining